Alright there guys, Sowerz here with another commentary, and in this one I'm wanting to talk about Decerto V1 Ruleset, which was released not too long ago now. And obviously I'm a part of the Rules Council, so I think there's a few things that really need covering, just explaining, because there was kind of a big reaction to it, and I just want to kind of go through it as to what happened, and why the rules have kind of been rushed so soon. But the gameplay in the background in the meantime is a Master League gameplay against a few Decerto players on Domination on Plaza, so if you guys enjoy that in the background while I talk about some other stuff. But yeah, I'm going to talk about the Decerto rules first, and I'll talk a bit about score streaks, league play, things like that, just what I know might possibly happen in the future. And I mean, overall, the Decerto rules, I guess the first thing that sticks out is that there's no score streaks, but I don't want to go straight into that just yet, because that was kind of expected from our community. People didn't want score streaks. I mean, you look on the threads on Decerto, the European community were completely against it, and I made a video about it, and I was completely against it as well. And as much as I understand the other side of the argument, that with score streaks, it could help our scene grow, and Treyarch believe that's the way to go in terms of helping competitive gaming grow. But I'm with most of the community. In my opinion, competitive gaming is not about score streaks. Score streaks do not add anything to what we all play for, and I've talked about that already, and I've had a bit of a rampage about that already in another video, so I won't go on about that too much. But for me, I'm here because I want to play Call of Duty competitive, not Call of Duty with score streaks. And it's not about adapting, it's about we want to play without all that crap basically that's in the game. And if we can't become big with that over time, I guess we'll see. You don't know if you don't try, and it's almost like Treyarch and a lot of people want to just skip the step of trying without score streaks, rather than seeing how things go with developer support and with the rule sets that we're used to, where it's just 4v4 and it's pure skill and teamwork. But each to their own. That's just how we see it, and we're kind of going along with that. And we've decided not to put score streaks in, and yeah, I guess that's the biggest thing, first and foremost. But like I said, that was expected. Now, if I go through the rules, I mean, a lot of the things that I've been kind of complaining about are that there's not enough. Well, there's no domination or demolition. Some people didn't want that. One of the things that the Decerto rules set, surprisingly, the Americans did kind of have some kind of voice in it, because we don't want to be putting rules, maps and game types in, which the Americans won't be having if we want to have a universal rule set sometime soon. But the three game types that we knew for certain that will be in an MLG playlist is Capture the Flag, Hardpoint, and S&D. So that's why we've gone with them. Hardpoint's a new game type. It's a lot of people have different opinions on it. Yes, it does seem random at first, but when you get in a lobby with two teams that know where the spawns are on Hardpoint, where the next flags are coming up, it's not as random as you think. Because you've got to take control of the spawn points on Hardpoint before people get into the Hardpoint. So it's more about controlling the spawns, I'd say, than it is controlling the hills as they come up, because you've got to try and get a good spawn so that your team's spawning near the hill. So there is a lot of strategy behind it. People think it's random with the spawns, but it's not once you have two teams that know what they're doing. Trust me on that, I've played, and that's just how it is. A lot of people will warm to it, I think, over time, and it's definitely an exciting game type. Search and Destroy and Capture the Flag, obviously, two game types that have been in our rule set since Modern Warfare 2 now, and two really solid game types, so there's no doubt they were going to be in. There weren't much complaints about those three game types really, but the things that people were really complaining about, I guess, was that there was no shotguns or LMG banned. Some of the attachments, people saying we banned too many attachments. People saying that we shouldn't have let the tactical mask be allowed. And just little things like that, just different attachments. People wanted different things unbanned. And it was weird, because I got a lot of people saying we've banned too much, and then we had a lot of people saying, oh, you haven't banned enough, you haven't banned this and that. And at the end of the day, we're not going to please everybody. And I understand pretty much every argument that people were putting forward. I mean, I'm looking on the thread now. I guess the maps weren't perfect, but let me just explain why things kind of weren't so perfect in the end. I mean, as far as we knew on the council, we were told on Sunday night that we had to make a rule set on that night. I'd say in the council, there's 4 active members of the council on the European side. One of them wasn't there, so 3 of us and one of the core staff members, we kind of we basically built the rule set on that night, and what we were given was a rule set that we could modify. So we didn't start from scratch on the rule set. We were told, this is the rule set that we have, you know, we want you to change this rule set. And there were certain things that, as far as I was aware, we weren't allowed to change. So things like the laser sight, that was going to be banned no matter what we decided. So there's certain things we didn't have control over. And because we had to rush it in one night, I mean, I know we've had a lot of time to do it. We've had, 5 days, but, you know, it's not as easy as you think trying to please everybody in the community. And basically what's happened is we've kind of taken that rule set, and especially with the maps, I'd say the maps kind of was the most rushed thing. It wasn't really tested. I mean, there's 2 points of views on the maps. You can either ban certain maps that you think are not going to work, or you can leave it a bit more open so you can see what maps work and what don't. And I kind of, when we got the map set that had already been decided, we took hijacked out on some of the game types and we left a few of them in. We didn't really look over them enough, I don't think, and it kind of resulted in quite a few maps that really probably won't work well being left in, but I'm sure we're going to amend them eventually. But overall, I can see why a lot of people complain, but at the same time, it wasn't made clear in the thread that this rule set is actually temporary, and that after iSeries it will be completely scrapped and rewrote. I did tweet that, but a tweet alone isn't going to be enough to say that. I mean, I was expecting the article to actually say that this rule set is just for iSeries. It's for nothing more. It's not going to continue on afterwards, because afterwards we will have a lot more time until the next LAN event to discuss certain things. Possibly Treyarch might get involved, and we might be able to discuss ways around using score streaks. I mean, the thing with score streaks is that the North American community as well, they don't want it. Their whole community, you look on the videos that certain YouTubers have done, and all the competitive players don't want score streaks either in both Europe and North America. So I can't see, personally, I can't see the score streak staying in the competitive rule set, because if the community don't want it, they're going to lose all those players. It's going to split the community. It won't happen. So that's my opinion on that. I honestly do think that league play rules could change significantly over time. It's still the trial season, so you know, a lot of things can still be changed in that amount of time until December. So hopefully score streaks do get removed from league play. That would be like the perfect situation, I guess. But yeah, I definitely think that could happen because of both communities being so much against it. But in terms of our rule set, don't take it too seriously. A lot of people are taking it so seriously, like this is the rule set for the rest of the game. The simple fact is we were given 1 day pretty much to rush the rule set and get it done, and we were given certain restrictions on what we could and couldn't ban. So we were severely limited, and we didn't really have much time to test things. So, you know, it's kind of a bit, I can see why people have reacted like they have, but at the same time, it's nothing official, it's nothing that's going to be sticking around for a long time. I mean, we did see a lot of tweets by some like the Americans trying to joke around like, oh, Europeans ban everything, they ban this and that, but as far as I see it, when we've banned things in the past, we've banned things to make the game better for the players. Whereas I see the North American kind of rule sets being based around what gets them more viewership, what gets them more, I guess, yeah, viewership in a way. Like, they didn't want to ban the FAMAS on Black Ops 1, which I'm assuming is because they didn't want to isolate newer players, because, oh, let's not ban that gun because we want to get more viewers, and more viewers means more money and more players. Whereas I think with our rule sets, because we're players ourselves, and I guess the mindsets are different. I think in Europe it's a lot more about enjoying competitive gaming and playing for the enjoyment, whereas I think in North America the top players are more about the money, and it might not be true for everybody, but I can't see any other reason as to why some of the top players would want score streaks, because there is absolutely no doubt it will compromise the gameplay. Anybody who says that it won't compromise it is lying to themselves, and I guess that is the key difference. I mean, I still am not sold on the fact that score streaks will bring in loads of players. Personally, I don't think that will happen. You look at it right now, we're not exactly blowing up on figures on the league player. I know that they haven't really marketed it fully yet, because obviously they're waiting for the prestige crap to die down, and then they'll start marketing it, but I really don't think it's about score streaks. Like many people have said, it's about educating. I've said that many times. We need to educate people about competitive gaming. That's the way forward. And yeah, I mean, I'm just going to wrap that up there, guys, because it's coming towards the end of the gameplay. But like I said, don't take the Decerto rule set too seriously. It will probably be changed a bit before iSeries as well. But like I say, it will be completely scrapped. It's not going to stay it could be completely different when it's the actual rule set is released after iSeries, because there'll be a lot more feedback taken in from Americans. But there's no way score streaks will be in, I can promise you that much. But other than that, we're going to be completely open to other game types, other attachments, things like that. So just to clear that up, guys, because I feel like it needed clearing up, because the article, I'm reading it right now, it doesn't really say anything about it being temporary. It kind of makes it look like that's our rule set and that's the official thing, but really it's not. It will be completely redone. But yeah, thanks a lot for listening, guys. Drop your thoughts below about it. I know a lot of you, a lot of people were shocked by certain things, and some people were actually quite happy about it as well. But that's just the way it is. But yeah, follow me on Twitter, guys, and at Sowerz as usual. Thanks a lot for watching. Please drop the video a like. There'll be a lot more gameplays to come in the future, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.